There was a really good book, Tom Robbins, years ago I read, Jitterbug Perfume. And he was at that time doing a lot of breathing processes with a friend of mine who did a lot of the breath work. And breath work is very, very important. And so it was all about a man who was immortal. But he had to move all the time because after a while people noticed he didn't age in his body. And he didn't age. And it's really interesting too, how everybody with so much focus. Like one of my friends had sent me a picture of her standing with a celebrity and say, "Doesn't this celebrity look great?" Well, I couldn't recognize the celebrity because they had a whole new face. And then to say, "Oh, doesn't she look great?" Well, why don't we just crayon stuff and, we'll be just fine. It doesn't make any difference. It's really wild. It just brought to mind, when I was in high school, I went to high school in Newport Beach, California, and there was this beautiful, beautiful woman. She looked like an Elizabeth Taylor, that kind of a beauty. And she then, it was all, like she married some Middle Eastern prince or something like this. And she had no idea that she was going to, and so she was put in a harem and sex slave basically. And the only way she got out is she jumped off, was able to get out and jump off the building and leave her body, you see. And it's like we get into situations, and so oftentimes we don't know how we got into situations because we have not received really appropriate knowledge or information about who we really are. From religions, some, that's not all true, but there's always truth there. So I'm not, putting down anybody's faith. The real faith you want to have, though, is in your inner guide. Not somebody outside yourself, not somebody on a spaceship, not somebody on another planet, not somebody, because we don't know about any of that. That's just stuff we've heard about, learned about, whatever it is. But what you do know is about who you are. And that's the key, because if each of us handles who we are, we know who we are, and we're living from there, then everything we do is going to be in harmony and nurturing to animals, to plants, to humans, to others, because this is who you are. This is what you are. And if you're not with compassion, if you're not with kindness, if you're not with loving and all that, what happens is, and see, in this world, for most people, it's like and dislike. It's lust. It isn't really love. It's lust. And then lust on the other side is unlust, rejection. So you go for it. And what is lust? I want what you've got. And then you've got most people in the world are envious, and they're jealous and resentful and hate, and they oftentimes don't even mention it to themselves, but you can tell by their sarcastic remarks. You can tell by their little put downs of what you like and what you say is good or what you talk. They're always going to get a little thing because they got to maintain control. And then we get is some of the basic issues that problems are. Instead of going to the source, the cause of it, eliminating the fear, and then you got the guilt. On top of you, I'm not saying you don't have remorse for something you've done in the past, but once you don't live with it. You get what the mistake was. And I take a look at the things I could be remorseful about forever and ever and ever and keep reminding, but it's over. The key is make your correction. And I got what that was because it hurt me. It felt so sad inside when I was sarcastic to someone. What was hateful, was revengeful, or my envy and jealousy wanted them just to feel bad and to lose and to not be happy or not attain. This is all lies about us. This isn't who we are. And so then it's like when we, instead of trying to solve our problems through the manipulation of others, for the control of others, for making sure that you maintain your position. It's like when I had my ministry in San Diego, it was like I was happy to inspire others, and I have many of those people are out there, successful writers and spiritual leaders, and I probably have the most of those kind of people out there than any other teacher I've ever known besides my own teachers or wherever I've gotten my knowledge and such. And it's really the knowledge of how to empower yourself, because a real teacher A real teacher empowers others to be all that they are. They don't hide stuff. They don't try and get everybody to be a copy of themselves so that they're a brand, and then they've got it all tied up and it's my knowledge. That's why I give these for free, because it's like, I want you to have it. It's not, well, blah, blah. Yeah, and yeah, this happens by donation, as I have to thank. There's about 3 people that are my major contributors, and it's Mike. Oh, he knows who he is. I don't want to give names and stuff like that. He's magnificent. Helped me to produce and, get these out. And of course, we know Michael, who is our videographer, and all the work he does constantly, day and night, to make sure to get all these going for you out there. And I study and work with this and make sure it's going to come out right now. It can help you and get to right where you are to empower yourself. And then you've got Michelle and Jan helping out so much. It's just the best. They're the best. Now, what I want you to know is anytime you can contribute and you can help, that's great, because that helps me to get more out there to more people now, right now. And you can send this out to others, get others to watch this, get others that you think can be benefited by it. And don't say, well, I don't want them to have all the good I'm having. Then you take a look at where your mind is. You take a look at what you believe, and you take a look at the misery and the suffering, because it's in the giving is the joy. And misers always are getting a good deal, you see. Misers are always adding and subtracting, and do I get this out of that and that? It's like, it's like being an accountant or a bookkeeper. This is my ledger. This is outflow, this is inflow. This is what you owe me, this is what I did, nickels and dimes. And it's called, what is it? It's nickel and dime consciousness, and these are all, just names and stuff.